Cancer friends, the words that you have been carrying, the old stories, the old conversations, that old niggly statement someone made at you a long, long time ago that's still running around in your head, it's finally time to let that go. And I'm going to tell you more about this in this week's astrology reading for you. This video is a forecast for your sun, moon, or your rising sign. You can check out all three videos if you would like, and they'll tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week. I'm Kesenya, and welcome to the Astro News and Weather Report for the second week of July 2026. Remember, friends, this is tropical Vedic astrology, not sidereal astrology. Look it up if you need to. And yes, I am a real person, not AI. Now let's jump right in to what we're looking at this week in the astral skies. And on the 10th or 11th of July, depending where you are in the world, of course, when this is actually going to be exact, Venus is going to conjunct the south node of the moon at 2 degrees of Virgo. This is a powerful energy that will bring about karmic ripening in the lives of many at this time. You could give or take a couple of days either side to see the effects of this. But people with planets at 2 degrees of Virgo are especially going to notice the impact of this transit. Now, this transit occurs on an annual basis, so it's not unusual, but it is powerful if it's interacting with your chart in a very personal way. Now, addressing relationship issues, reactivating your creative voice, or honestly facing your financial situation, these are some of the ways that this interaction might express. Now, if you sense a lack in these areas of life, or if you have difficulties at the moment in these areas of life, this transit is asking you to focus on releasing what is destroying you, holding you back, keeping you from your best expression in this regard. So this might look like releasing negative attitudes, reflecting on your past behaviors with money, with women or men, with lovers. And it's a chance for us to do something about it. Especially, we all make mistakes. None of us are really victims. We actually have control and power over our lives. It's about a matter of choice. Venus is the planet that rules choice. And so this is giving us the chance to readdress old issues, old wounds, old hurts, and do something about it, to take back control over financial circumstances, relational circumstances, attitudes, and to implement the power of choice that Venus gives us. What can we do then to address these old, things that come bubbling up to the surface? We can journal. We could do dance therapy or some kind of art therapy or music therapy to heal and release the wounds caught in the body regarding those things. We could create a releasing ritual. I've shared with my Patreon family on many occasions various rituals for certain astrological configurations that allow us to move beyond our stuck patternings. So if you're part of the Patreon family, you might like to refer to one of those rituals that we've shared in the past. Or if you're familiar with these sorts of things, you might like to create your own ritual to release the hurts and the traumas that we may have around Venusian things at this time. There is never a better time in the astral year to release hurts and traumas associated with Venus than when it is crossing the south node of the moon, because the south node of the moon is to let go, to release, to excrete anything to do with Venus energy, which, if you follow astrology, you will know is relationships, is money, is our ability to know pleasure. It is our ability to choose our own adventure, to choose the life that we want. So under this influence, your soul can be freed from these burdens, and this leaves you in a lighter place, a brighter place, ready for new energy to come rushing into your life because you've cleared the slate, so to speak, during this transit, and that opens up room for new wonderful things to take their place once this transit is over. But what is this energy, Venus with the South Node, not helpful for? Well, it's a dreadful time to do anything to do with beautification. Don't go and get your hair cut. Don't buy a whole new wardrobe, or don't redecorate the house under this energy. It won't do you any favors, because the beauty, the aesthetics of Venus are equally depleted when it crosses the South Node. So when this transit passes, get my words out, You may find that that bright purple bathroom was not really what you wanted after all. Damn it. So keep that in mind. It's also an inauspicious time to share your love for somebody, to go on a date with someone, or even to get fertility treatment. Now, of course, that's very personal to the chart that you carry yourself, but as a general influence, it's not a good energy for fertility treatment. You might also find that young women, which are ruled by Venus, might be somehow problematic in your life, a cause of trouble or heartache or upset. And even you might find, my friends, that unwanted lovers from the past return into your life, probably to clear their karmic slate, but don't be surprised if they pop up and cause you to rehash old experiences in that way. What can you do with Venus conjunct South Node energy? Well, it's a helpful energy for saying goodbye to past mistakes, as we've already discussed, and therefore it is a great clearing energy so that you can draw in new love, draw in a new financial situation, or a new experience of creativity, a new experience of elegance or beauty as this transit passes. It's a time to sow the fertile ground in readiness for the greater blessing. So I'm from a farming background, and you don't sow your seeds into thistly soil. You clear out the weeds. In this case, we're talking about the weeds of the past, so that the soil, the field is ready for the new seeds to be sown. And that's what we're doing at this time. The South Node, as I've said, is where we let things go. It's the celestial, my words struggling to come out today, the celestial recycling bin. So while Venus is what we love and how we value ourselves and what we hold on to, it does rule Taurus, which is the hoarding energy in its shadow side, of course. When the South Node and Venus meet, the universe is actually asking us, what old relationship habits, what old financial anxieties, what perfectionist tendencies are you finally ready to let go of and release? Let's look exactly at where this is happening in your chart, sign by sign. This week, Cancer, we are having Venus conjunct the South Node, and it's happening in your 3rd house. That's where this is occurring, and therefore it's working on your mind, your mindset, your communication, and the immediate tangible world of siblings, neighbors, and community connections. There are karmic patterns, whether you realize it or not, in how you speak, how you sell yourself, how you think and the mindset that you have, and how you interact with the people who are closest to you in your immediate environment. These are all rising to the surface now for new understanding to emerge and for the ability to release what is no longer valuable in your life regarding those things. So you might find that this energy of Venus conjunct the South Node, which is happening around the 10th or 11th of July, depending where you are in the world, it is an energy that might cause you to be replaying old conversations in your head or dwelling on a sibling dynamic that's never quite been resolved, or, noticing the way you communicate and value yourself in your daily conversations, whether that's in business, whether it's in a creative pitch, whether it's in an everyday conversation. Whatever it is, there's this energy that if you are held back by old fears and your communication is reflecting that, then you are not moving forward in life because of that mindset, because of that sense of value that you lack. So this is actually, it's so important. I recently at Solstice did a workshop around the value of words and how words are spells that we cast over ourselves for better or worse. If we engage in the monkey mind running around and around in our head and go down that rabbit hole of self-talk negativity, then we are absolutely held back by that actual spell of words in our mind. But equally, we can cast spells in our mind that uplift us, that raise us up, that bless us, through realizing who we really are and the power that we really have. So this is the time, Cancer, for using words in your favor, particularly in releasing old words and mindsets and conversations in the mind that are not helping you. And of course, once you clear that ground, the new seeds for blessing, the new spells can be cast. So this is not a favorable time. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. It's not a favorable time, Cancer, to launch new writing projects or new communication projects or social media strategies or marketing campaigns. Venus with the South Node is sort of releasing the blessing here, that those things you probably aspire to bring into your life. But it is an ideal time to delete, to archive, to finish off what's been left incomplete. If you need to get rid of some old social media posts that are no longer, demonstrate your stance in life, or if you need to change, your YouTube channel around in some way to reflect who you are and what you're speaking about now, it's a great time to do that. So do those little, Virgonian, I guess you could call them, fine detail communication works now. Some of you might actually choose to, write out your feelings and your thoughts and your ideas and then burn it in the fireplace. Burn that sort of journaling process as a signal or a ritual that it is no longer those thoughts, those feelings, those processes that you've taken out of the body and put on the paper. Pen to paper is so powerful. Burning it, it's a signal, it's a ritual that is no longer controlling your life. So that's another approach that you might like to utilize at this time when Venus is conjunct the South Node. Write out those, monkey mind thoughts and ideas, get them out of the body, and then burn them. You could also use this energy to send a text that you might have been putting off. Particularly, Venus has to do with forgiveness. If you need to forgive a sibling, a colleague, a neighbor, it's time to send that text. Do so under this energy. You're releasing that feeling of guilt that you may be carrying in your soul about an interaction with that person or a conversation that you've had, and you are releasing that burden of guilt by sending that message now. The third house actually rules bravery through our mental narrative. So it's a very powerful energy to have Venus with the South Node here. It's a very brave act on the 10th or 11th of July to release old inner dialogue that's been telling you that you're less than, that your voice doesn't matter, or that you're just too much. Maybe, your voice in your head is telling you you're too much, you're too big, you're too full on. Or maybe it's telling you that you're not enough, that you'll never come up to scratch, you'll never be good enough. These are the voices that need to go. We need to clear our mind now, clear our communication channels now, clear the relationships we have with siblings, neighbors, and colleagues. And out of that clearing, watch the new blessing flow in those areas of life. Now, Cancer, I need to let you know that my readings are now available. My books are open. You can jump on in and make a booking to have a reading with me to analyze your chart for you. Or if you have a yes or no question that needs answering, I have a very cost-effective reading that you might like to utilize to get that quick answer that you need to a circumstance in your life. Yes, no questions only, but they are available at my reading services page.